Yes, blessed love to each and every one. I really hope all is well with you. Yes, you're in the tiger's nest. Honorable Priest Isaac here, just glorifying Emperor Haile Selassie I in all good doings and sayings. What I want to do today, you know, it's the new moon, and this is recorded on the 11th of May, 2021. It's just a bit after 12 where I am at right now, maybe about a quarter past 12. And this is the season of the new moon. Now, as I'm getting a few things together here, just tiger with me, not bear with me now, but tiger with me. I'm sure you could recall when it was the full moon, we did a program, and the program was directly dealing with where the full moon was. I'm sure you could remember all of that. And the reason why we did that program, because in the astrological world, the most of the astrologers, well, in fact, all of the astrologers that I came across were saying that the moon was in the constellation of Scorpio. But when I did my own diligent research, I mean, we literally not only used apps like what we're using here, like this solar system app, but we used our eyes, our natural vision, and we saw the moon lodged in the Virgin constellation. Actually, there's a constellation between the Virgin constellation and the Scorpion constellation, which is the constellation of the balance, which is the balance ruler, which is Libra. So we were a bit, I don't want to say confused. Maybe we, not being astrologers, had a misunderstanding of how astrologers read their charts. So being that the full moon was the pink moon I'm speaking of was actually two constellations away from the constellation that the astrologers were saying, I just said, well, maybe I do not know how to read the stars in as far as the position of them, not the meaning of them now, but the position of stars, planets, sun, and moon, just like the astrologers do. So I decided to continue to follow the astrologers to see what would happen for the new moon. Now, as I said, this is the new moon day. Now, all of the astrologers are saying that the new moon is in Taurus. Now, astronomically, they are correct. The new moon is in Taurus. So this means then that where the moon is seen on the day is the constellation that they relate the moon to, which only makes sense, which brings me back to that other point. If the new moon is in Taurus today, and let me just show the family now a better understanding of how you actually, figure out where the moon and the sun, etc. is. Now, if you notice here, this is the date and the time is moving. It's the 11th of May, 12:21 p.m., 2021. So you see the earth here. In fact, let me just show you so you get a better understanding. So you could see the whole heavens moving. I just give it a little speed here. Let me speed it up a bit more. So you see the heavens moving and everything in order. In fact, let me give it a little more speed. All right. And even in the background, you can see all the different constellations. You see the planet Uranus here, you see Neptune here. So the science now is that you utilize the movement of the solar system, position yourself on the earth, and the angle that you are looking from, that will definitely determine where you are and where the stars fall as it relates to the sun, the moon, and the planets. All right. Now, if what I'm saying is sounding a bit complicated, don't worry. You know that I'm going to actually show you what's going on. Okay. Now, let us put on the actual time. This is the actual time here. And let me just put this aside so you could see what's going on. This is planet Earth. Now, what we're going to do, look at this good. We are aligning planet Earth with the moon and the sun. This is the Earth, that is the moon, and here we have the sun. So me and you, we are on the Earth here. And it's a new moon because this is today. Now, if you're looking at this video tomorrow or maybe next year, that is why I'm highlighting when the video was done. This is the actual time, Eastern Caribbean time, 12:22. We just gave thanks for the hour of prayer. Now, if we look at Earth, we align the earth, watch it good, we align the earth and the moon and the sun. Now, the trick with the full moon, or the new moon, pardon me, the trick with the new moon is that the new moon is actually with the sun. The full moon is on the opposite side of the earth as it relates to the sun. So this is why on the night of a full moon, you see the moon coming up in the east exactly when the sun is going down in the west. I'm sure you comprehend that. But the new moon is the opposite. The new moon actually comes up the very same time with the sun. So this is why you don't really see the new moon. In fact, the night after or 2 nights after the new moon, you will notice this thin crescent moon following the sun as the moon is now going towards its fullness. Do you comprehend? Good. So now on the new moon, wherever the sun is, that is where the moon is. So according to the astrologers now, the moon is with the sun, it's a new moon, and they're both in the constellation of Taurus. Now, let us just take a quick look here. Let me show you the constellations, all right? Just giving you an idea how to utilize this here. Now, let us press Aries. Here is the constellation of Aries. That's it here. So this is highlighting the constellations. Let's go back to the constellations. We're looking for the constellation of Taurus, which is just next to Aries, but I'm going to highlight it so you could see exactly where it is. QRST, Taurus. We press Taurus. So this is the constellation of Taurus. So what you are seeing here, again, this is the earth. This is the sun. The moon is in between the earth and the sun because it's a new moon. So from the earth, looking at the sun or the moon, it will give the impression here as if the sun, or I should say the sun and the moon, is in the constellation of Taurus. Good. Now let me show you another app. And this app will give you a better view as it relates to the sky. Now, this is our Stellarium app that I will be utilizing here. Now, before I go too deep into the Stellarium, let me make sure that you are seeing it. Good, I hope you could see that. All right. As I said, it's midday where I am. So that's why the sun is in the sky, in the zenith as such. Now, let us darken the sky. This is the Stellarium. Here it is, Stellarium software or Stellarium app. The first thing I'm going to do is to take away the light of the day. So we make it dark so you can see the stars. Good. I think I'm going to take away the earth too. So all we're looking at is the heavens. Good. Now let us find the sun. Now, if you notice, here's the sun, and the moon is right next to the sun because it is the new moon. So what we're going to do now, let us highlight the constellations so we can see where we are. Bam. So these, here we have the Taurus again, and there we have the Aries. All right. Now let us put the picture to it so you could see what's going on. All right. Now, as you could see, the sun and the moon, both of them very close to Aries, but even as an astronomer, knowing the constellation of Taurus well, I would say that they are, because it's the both of them, they are both closer to the energy of Taurus, more so than the energy of the constellation that is known as Aries. And you could also observe where Venus is. See, Venus is not too far from the sun. Mercury, not too far from the sun. Uranus, also right there in Aries. And I already showed you on the astronomical level how you can stay from Earth and this alignment appears. We just showed you by using the other solar system app. Now, what astrologers would do, they are going to tell you, well, the sun and the moon, or the moon being in Taurus, would stand for, you know, a new beginning and getting over confrontations and many different things. I'm actually just pulling something out my head, you know, for how the star readers specifically speak. And interestingly, we would highlight to you, as you see Orion or Sahu, actually battling the bull. Even as we're speaking now, there's so many things happening in the earth, as you could see, the uprising that is taking place in Israel. I'm talking about in Palestine, Israel. Interestingly, the same time they're trying to kick out the true Israelites. And we're going to talk a bit about that even tonight on the shock of the hour. In fact, in the shock of the hour, we're going to be talking about this too, the whole energy that is really coming from the Taurus constellation, even in this time of the new moon. Okay, but to my main point, now this is what I'm saying, my brothers and sisters. I'm saying that if the astrologers, the same astrologers now that are saying that the moon is in Taurus, you see it here. These are the same astrologers that was saying that the moon, the full moon, which is the pink moon that has just passed on the 26th, 27th of April, they were the same ones that was saying that it was in the Scorpio, a Scorpion moon. Good. But if the moon is in Aries now, which as you could obviously see, it is in Aries now, that means it is impossible that the full moon was in the Scorpion constellation. I mean, it's mathematics. Listen to me, you don't need a sky chart for this. You don't need to look in the heavens for this. It's just simple mathematics, you know. Well, I'm saying simple mathematics, but even to explain it, it's like a whole astronomical class, but take it from but we're not going to make it hard at all. We can simply go for the clock. So this is the date and the time. So it's 12:30 now, almost 12:31. It's the 5th month, the 11th day. Good. So if we were to just reverse now, see this 8th day, 5th month, that's Ras Mokhenen's Earth Day. Ras Mokhenen, give thanks. So if we were to reverse now, we go on into April, you see the moon and everything moving, Venus moving, it's beautiful. April, oops, we passed the date there. April, where we are, 20, the 4th of April, 14, all right, good. April, 25th, 25th, and 26th, thereabout. All right, where's the moon? Oh, we got to go around here to find the moon. So the 26th day of April now, around that time, that was the full moon. All right, here it is. This is when the moon was full. And the moon was full. We already showed you this. The moon was full in the Virgin constellation, and it was not full in the Scorpion constellation. So I'm just balancing it out, you know. I'm not trying to contradict the astrologers at all, you know, or the stargazers or whatever you want to refer to them as. I'm not contradicting their profession. I'm not an expert in astrology. I keep saying that. But as an astronomer, as someone that studies the movements of the stars, I was concerned when I heard astrologers saying that the moon for the 26th, the pink moon, was in Scorpion, and everybody was into this pink moon. Everywhere I went, oh, you'd hear about the pink moon, the Scorpion moon, the pink moon, the Scorpion moon, to the point that I was wondering if this is a conspiracy. Is this some sort of international conspiracy? It was like I was dreaming. I had to go and look on my own apps. I had to look in the sky, and I said, but come on, I'm not hallucinating. Look, the moon there in the Virgin. It's not in the Scorpion. And then I humbled myself and said, okay, priest, you know what? Maybe astrologers, you know, maybe they look 2 constellations behind, you know, because remember, that's not your lane. All right. But I'm saying now that we are at the new moon, the astrologers, the same astrologers, the same set of people are saying now that, hey, the constellation now is the constellation of the bull. That is where the moon is. And now we are looking at the constellation of the bull. They are correct. The moon is in the bull. So that means it's not 2 constellations ahead or 2 constellations behind. The astrological vibration is that where the moon or the sun or the planets is at the time, that's the constellation that they are dealing with as far as the energy. Do you follow me? Exactly. So that means that I'm going to stick to my guns, that all these astrologers had a wrong reading. So if you take your reading from an astrologer and you were taking the pink moon Scorpion reading as an astronomer, I'm going to humbly say, as humbly as I can, I think they may have made a bit of mistake. Look into it. Holy Emmanuel eyes. Last year, Jah Rastafari. Don't run anywhere. People like to run when they hear that. No, but for sure, as I said, we definitely intend to cover that a bit more on the Shock of the Hour this evening. You don't know how to subscribe to the Shock of the Hour, just contact me for sure, and we give you more detail as it relates to that. But of course, you know, man, the international homeschool program that we have, astronomy, is one of the key aspects of our program for the youths. If you notice the software that I was just using there, and even the one prior to that, we utilize these apps, the solar apps for our children when we are doing our international homeschool classes. So what it is, they get a better understanding of how the heavens move, how the planets rotate, how they revolve, you know, even all of what I'm explaining to you, I am telling you, the children that are enrolled in our international homeschool class, trust me, they have a good understanding of exactly how the heavens operate. Listen, I can tell you a little secret. You know, I'm going to tell you a little secret here. I'm actually doing a course right now. And the things that are in this professional course are the same things that I am teaching to children that take our international homeschool class. And I mean, come on, I wouldn't tell you that if it was not so. And remember that our international homeschool class does not just deal with astronomy, we also deal with African history and heritage. So definitely I would encourage you for your children, even for yourself, to sign up. Remember, it comes in short video forms. The classes are in video form and they appear in your inbox daily. Remember, our classes are sent out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So definitely you're going to get it in your inbox. At the same time, you're getting more than 160 classes over a 10-month period for sure. And just reminding you that we offer astronomy and African heritage. In fact, from you email me, priestisaac27@gmail.com. That's priestisaac27@gmail.com. I could send you this very brochure that you're gazing on, and even a short video giving you a better idea of exactly what you will receive as you enter into the international homeschool arena. So definitely looking forward to you tonight on the Shock of the Hour. We'll be speaking a bit more as it relates to the Taurus and the spirit. We will have some expert astrologers. Don't worry, because they're correct this time. The moon is definitely in Taurus. So I'm looking forward to all of our listeners. Don't be late. And of course, our subscribers. And if you want to subscribe to the Shock of the Hour, just email me, priestisaac27@gmail.com, and we tell you what to do. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Blessed love.